What's happening?
What's up, buddy?
What's happening? How are you?
I hope you hear us talk about you about every month on live. Anytime your name comes up, Kelly tells that same story. Every single.
Kelly's become my father.
I mean,
she tells the same story over and over.
And she tells it to me like I've never heard it. So I'm like, you're kidding. He does? All right.
She's the best.
She loves you. Aren't you on our show soon? I think you're on our show soon.
Yeah, I know we did it. Dude, Brian, I am loving this. This hair's amazing.
Are you down with it, Rob Lowe? Are you down with this, the curl?
Oh my, it is.
Huh?
It's a version I've never seen before. And honestly, and I'm not kidding, I feel like it makes you look 10 years younger because you look like somebody who's skateboarding down to get a pizza.
Yeah. I need to get down to Seal Beach and find some stairs.
You do, exactly.
Well, listen, you I don't know what you're doing, but it's looking good too. You and I should be spending some time together. That's all I'm telling you based on seeing you right now. You look great too.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
This is Rob Lowe. He's on with us now. Now, Rob is you're a big baseball guy, aren't you?
Huge. I love baseball.
What do you think about how it's going? What do you think when you watched the Dodgers' first game?
I was excited. It's funny. I was very happy with the placement of my cardboard cutout in the stands.
Yeah.
First of all, like first things first.
Did
how
you
are
get
my
a good
seats?
spot?
I got a good spot. I'm in the permanent camera location, which is good. But I didn't know where they were going to put me, so I was happy about that. I like the phony fan noise.
Yeah,
it's it's the laugh track basically of professional sports now. And I'm shocked at how quickly I adjusted to watching the game without fans. But I do think some teams are doing it better than others.
And I think we just for baseball fans, obviously they miss baseball. But for all of us, we haven't seen live sports in so long. To watch something, just to put something on that's competitive and live is so nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you forget how much you miss it until it's gone. And now I'm back checking my stats every day and wishing my Dodgers well.
Let me play this.
And although you won't be able to be here with us physically, we know that you're here with us in spirit. Okay. And that spirit will drive us to more than the NL West Championship.
Oh, yeah.
For one day, we will all be together again. And when that time comes, we hope there's more to celebrate than just being able to see each other again. So stay healthy, stay safe, stay with us. It's time for Dodger baseball.
Oh, I got chills. That's a cool gig right there when they ask you to do that, right?
Isn't that great? It makes me so happy to be able to just, lend my little voice for stuff like that. Cause I love watching that stuff.
So cool.
I'm like, let's go.
And speaking of lending your voice, he's got a podcast. It's called Literally with Rob Lowe. It's available on iHeartRadio and all the podcast places. What was I know what you've been talking about, but what did you think you'd be talking about when you started this?
I honestly felt like it was a natural progression for me because whenever I've co-hosted or hosted something, I've had a blast.
Right.
Just a blast. I love it. And I was like, well, Ryan's got every job already. So I can't, I'm not going to get any of Ryan's jobs. He's got every job. So what can I do in my little home, recording studio? So hence the podcast. And it's been awesome. I mean, the guests have been great. The stories have been great. And it's been as much fun for me.
Yeah.
And then when people responded to it as they have, it's like, okay, this is a thing. I'm not crazy. I had a podcast in me. It's got value. People like it. And I'm loving it.
It's interesting. Like I would feel uncomfortable asking you about your, in the bed techniques and things like that, and what makes you feel good and what parts of your body are the most sensitive. Like,
Ryan, what you mean is you would feel uncomfortable asking me about it in public.
Yes, that part in person. If we had lunch, I'd be all over.
Yes.
But you seem to go to some of these places and no one really minds.
Well, because most of the people I have on the show are either people I've known for decades.
Right.
Or people that I've wanted to meet and haven't met yet. And there's I just knew that the conversations we would have would very much feel like private conversations.
Yeah.
that people weren't in theory supposed to hear, because that's the kind of stuff I grew up on. When you could go on shows and really have those long conversations where I think people frankly forget they're being interviewed. Honestly, I think they forget.
It's a real talent to make someone feel that comfortable and forget forget that they're on the air. And so I guess there's no shortage of things to talk about and ask about because you're a curious guy, right?
And I'm a fan. You know, that's the other thing is like, I think, you know, when you're in the business as long as you and I both have been, it's easy to get jaded. We've talked to everybody. We've seen everybody. We've done, you know what I mean? And I think the battle, and it's the same for anybody in any walk of life, is to stay curious and stay interested.
And that's authentic
and not get right. And so it's authentic. I legitimately am interested. But here's the other thing. I don't ask them the same old stuff, right? Like it's like when I had Pratt on, I'm like, so tell me about Avengers Endgame. What was that like for you? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't. I'm interested in what I'm interested in. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
here's the problem. Here's the problem though. When Chris Pratt comes on this show and I don't ask him about Avengers Endgame, I get 100 calls from his people saying, you didn't talk about the movie. You know, so on a podcast, you don't have to do the commercial stuff. Like, we have to kind of do that. Matter of fact,
I know.
Matter of fact, you'll call me back if you don't say 911 Lone Star is going to be back on Fox. Like you call me back and you say, why do you ask me about that?
That's the beauty of podcasts. Look, what I think people know, when you want big commercial success, you got Ryan Seacrest. When you want obscure crap that nobody cares about, you've got Rob Lowe in his podcast. I think people know that.
The jawline and the face and the physique, is this an Atkins thing? Is this you look great? Do we attribute this to the Atkins program?
In all seriousness, and it's one of the reasons I'm in my third year of working with Atkins, is I was doing that before they came to me and wanted me to be a spokesman. Because you know this, you're a fit dude. It's like you got to do low carbs. You got to. Carbs are great. We love them. Yum, 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 yummy. But they're kind of the devil.
Yeah.
And so high protein, low carbs. I remember when I was a kid reading about Atkins going, oh, I wonder what this is. So I've been eating that way forever. And then here's the real thing that made me want to be in business with them. Is when they gave me the shakes and bars.
I
was like, wait, what? Dude, they're so good. You think this has to be fake.
I know. The bars did it for me. Isn't there a peanut butter chocolate one or something? It's to die for. I'm not going to say I'm looking at your birth date. I'm not going to say your age, but my God, whatever he's doing is working. Look at that.
Well, you're very nice to say it, but you do. Look, nobody gets something for nothing, right? And it's good genetics for sure. My dad is a freak of nature, but it's like you can't want to look good and then not be willing to do at least some of the work.
Mm-hmm.
And and eating that way has certainly helped me. But dude, I lose the ice cream battle
all the time,
almost every other night.
Yeah.
Here's me, when the sun goes down, all bets are off. I think it's a holdover. I think it's a holdover from the 80s.
Yeah.
I do. I think the minute that sun goes down, that sort of hair mousse, camouflage pant,
comes back.
Kamikaze swilling guy comes out, and and the way he does it now is he wants to go right to the ice cream. So I gotta have the Atkins shake, and it kills it, and then I'm good to go.
And then you're good to go. Well, listen, bro, it's great to see you. Literally with Rob Lowe, it's his podcast. Check it out, and hopefully in person sometime soon in the future we get to see each other.
I mean, really, you gotta get up to Santa Barbara, man. We're so overdue for a dinner and a catch up. It's insane.
After you show me those pictures, you're right. I do got to get up there.
But do not change the hair, please.
I'm keeping it. I'm going to go skating.
It's so good. I mean, honestly, you're on TV every 5 seconds, and I've never seen you look like this, and it's the best.
It never happened until quarantine. So
it's so good.
I'll keep it. All right, buddy. We'll see you soon. Thanks for zooming.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you, guys.
You got it.